Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. What's good? It's your girl Tammy, aka That's a Woman, coming to you with this week's session of planting and or watering, where I'm doing what? I'm either planting something new in your life, or I am sprinkling water on some things that you have already heard before. And as we jump into today's session, we are on the verge of wrapping up Mental Health Awareness Month. And you know me, I always have a question. How are you doing? And I know you like, she just probably asked this last week or the week before. And you know what? I'm going to keep asking it. Why? Because when that question is posed to you from me, it's because I want you to really think. I want you to put some thought in it. How am I doing? How am I responding to the things that life is presenting to me? Am I taking the power and the authority that's in me to address those things? Or am I doing like a turtle crawling back into my shell when there's so much more in front of me, but because I keep hitting these little obstacles or these things keep coming up against me, I'm like, I don't even want to just poke my head out because it just seemed to be one thing after another after another. So how are you doing? And I'm telling you, I know that question is a question that people sometimes ask amiss. A lot of times, don't shoot the messenger. Sometimes people ask that question just to ask it because they really don't care about the answer. In fact, the next time somebody asks you, how are you? I want you to be truthful. Oh, well, I have a little challenge here, but I might have a little pain in my body, but I have the symptoms of it. But the word says that I'm healed. So I'm going to pull my energy from it and focus on my healing. In other words, speak your truth for a minute and see. Because when you do that, you shock people into thinking. Let us take time to listen. And that's one of the things that I want to talk about today. Being present. When you're dealing with mental health awareness, oftentimes people are not present in conversations. We're in a society that will have you do anything but be present. They'll have you distracted with this news, distracted with that news, and so on and so on and so on. Because one thing we know with social media and the influx of information that's constantly coming our way, it is hard to be present. But let me tell you, when it comes to your mental health, you have to be present. Be present. Check in with you. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Because let me tell you, it is a horrible thing to be in a position that you're not being truthful to you and how you're feeling. You're not acknowledging you, but you're acknowledging everybody else. And then you jump on the bandwagon of what's going on with everybody else, but then you have your own personal struggles. That's what mental health awareness is about. It's about breaking the stigma and to stop focusing on all these outside distractions and focus on you. And I'm here to tell you, and it's not going to get better when it comes to the minimizing of the distractions, because let me tell you, even with notifications on mute and silence, now I see my phone notifies me when people comment on other people's posts, and I don't don't need to know all that. And I say these things because those are distractions. So now you're going to try to, what did they say? What was the post about? What was this? What was that? Listen, I don't even know if I talked about it before. There was a documentary on Netflix, The Social Media Experiment. And some of the creators of this social media environment that we're in, they don't even really want a part of it, even with the likes. Do you know how many people have experienced mental health issues because they have put up posts and people did not like the post, and that does something to them? A while back, there was talk about even social media literally sending people into depression. It's time to break all that. Those are things that will hurt your mental health, because while you find yourself in a comparison situation where you're comparing your life to others, it was one thing back in the 70s when Yours truly was giving birth to. Yes, I don't mind dating myself because I look good. But back then, there was the expression keeping up with the Joneses. That was minor because it was literally limited to a community. Now you have a whole world that people are trying to keep up with. They're trying to let their best life be lived, but they're not really living it because they're doing it for the camera. Even me lately, you see, I have gone beyond being vulnerable with you guys, because I'm here to tell you everything that glitter isn't gold. Just because a person appears to be shining on the outside does not mean they're hurting on the inside. Yet they hide behind trying to keep up with others, trying to save face, when in actuality, you have to be true to you. And in order to be true to you, you have to go back to the question that I asked: how are you? Acknowledge how you're feeling. Even in conversations, when people are with others, sometimes they tend to be more on the phone or mind everywhere but present. That's one of the major focuses in meditation. Be present. Tap into your body. Be with who you are right here, right now. Because when you're going to deal with your mental health, it's important to know that. It's important to be present, even in conversations. It's time to start listening and hearing and then respond. A lot of times, people are in conversations and they're waiting to have the next response. They're not even listening to the in-between. They're listening to or hearing just so they can respond. Sometimes, for us, for others, we gotta be present. We gotta hear, because I'm telling you, the world is full of hurt and broken people that need us. They need each and every one of us. That's why I said last week, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light. We must shine in darkness. No matter what is going on, we have to continue to shine. There's someone who needs you. And in order to be that support, you gotta be present. You gotta be willing to hear and understand and listen. Listen to what is being said and listen to yourself. Because even the scripture says that when the Spirit of the Lord speaks, it's going to know his voice. And a lot of times, and I think I've said this recently, it's not going to be a yelling voice. It's going to be that small, still voice. That voice of quiet, that voice, that inspiration, that inspire. Sometimes it'll be in the form of an image. However way it speaks to you, it's not going to come through in the noise. So that's why it's important to block out the distractions. And here's the thing. When I talked about social media, I'm not saying not be sociable, because that's big for mental health also. A lot of times people are suffering in silence. Why? Because they have so much going on that they don't want others to know about, because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to have the conversation for fear of judgment and condemnation. So they choose to keep it in and internalize. And let me tell you, that is a very tough situation to be in. Internalizing your feelings causes more damage than good. That's why you have to give your pain a voice. You have to let people know, hey, this is troubling me. This is what's going on. Even if they don't hear it or don't receive it, it's okay. Speak your truth. Be truthful to who you are. But we gotta be sociable. There is so much fun when you just spend time with family. Spend time with friends, loved ones. We just came off a Memorial Day weekend. That was a time to get out and just let your hair down. Whatever cares or concerns you were dealing with, and I'm speaking for myself as well, it was just time to put those things to the side and enjoy life. Enjoy time with others, because those things are so important. Stop living in the mindset that you got to be by yourself all the time, because let me tell you, there is an old expression which is true. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. Remember that. If you're idle, and not to say that you're not supposed to spend time alone, because y'all know that's not what I'm saying. But you got to be able to enjoy company, enjoy time with loved ones, bask in their presence. Find some energy that will help grow you. And listen, let me say this in those social circles. Don't be the smartest one in that circle. It's very important that if you in a circle that you're always the smartest one, it's time to elevate, go to the next level, and find another circle to be a part of. You can still play with that other one, but listen, as you're growing, as you're elevating, you cannot be. That's where a lot of wealth comes into play in the lives of others. Because when others tend to hang around people like themselves, they don't grow because they're all of the same mindset. You want people that are of a growth mindset, people that's going to help pull you up, people that's going to plant, as I do in your life. They're going to plant things to make you think, to make you say, hey, there could be more to life than where I'm at right now. And here's the thing. I know you could be at a great place. You could. But you always want to keep growing. As long as you have breath in your body, you want to be in social environments that are going to grow you, that is going to expand you, that's going to allow you to just experience what this vast universe has to offer. Those things are truly, truly important. They are important. And remember, your spirituality is all that. It's all that. When you're dealing with mental health, it is all that. Stay connected to the word. Find those scriptures that's going to offer you life, that's going to give you hope when you feel hopeless. Those scriptures that even remind you, like Moses was reminded or advised when he had to deliver the children of Israel, when he had Pharaoh's army behind him and the Red Sea in front of him, and God told him, lift up your rod. Sometimes you have to remember, no matter what's in front of you, no matter what's behind you, there is always a way of escape. You just got to lift up your rod. You got to do what the songwriter said. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help, knowing all my help, all my strength, all my love, my peace, my joy, my happiness, my victory, my power. Everything comes from the Lord. It all comes from him. And even I mentioned one of my favorite scriptures a little while back. You even at times have to declare Psalms 91 over your life, reminding you that you are always protected under the shadow of the Almighty. The Almighty has you. God has you. Never, ever forget that. The enemy will try to distract you from that. But no, God is always with you, and he is always making provision. Just as I just mentioned, the Red Sea and the children and Pharaoh's army. There is always a provision. There is always a way of escape, but you cannot get caught when you're in the valley of the shadow of death, pausing. You can't pause. And I know life will have you feeling as though you want to pause. No, you have to keep going. You have to listen, you salt of the earth. You light in darkness, you have to keep going. So tend to your mental health and be present always at all times so you can feel what you're going through. I was just having a conversation with someone that's grieving the loss of a loved one right now, and they're having a hard time feeling it. They expect the therapist to fix them, and because that's where they got caught, they are having a hard time getting their victory. But here's the thing. Y'all know I say, have the conversations. Go talk to a therapist, a spiritual counselor, psychiatrist, whoever you need, a life coach, whoever you need to talk to. But go with the intention of really getting your healing, to literally peel back the layers like an onion, to be vulnerable, to have the expectation and set the intention. I am going to release what is holding me back. You have to be able to do that. And then this last nugget I'm going to leave you with for the end of Mental Health Awareness Month: practice gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Paul said, in all things give thanks, for this is the will of God concerning each and every one of you. Give thanks. I know. I pause. I breathe. Give thanks for all things, because they're going to work out for you. It doesn't matter how. You don't know how, and it's not even for you to know how. That's where faith comes into play. You got to know it's all going to work out for you. And that's why the scripture says, rejoice evermore and give thanks. So do that. Be thankful. Walk through the day appreciating life, appreciating being a part of this universe, appreciate the loved ones that you have. That's why I say all the time, let people in your life know that you love them, that you appreciate them, that you are thankful for them. Be thankful for the food you have. Be thankful for the clothes that you have on your body. Be thankful for the love that surrounds you, because we are all loved. We all are loved. Why? Because God is love. Okay? So think about those things. Be present. Have the conversation. Speak your truth. Let's stamp out the stigma that we have to be silent about our pain. Do not be silent about it. Give it a voice so that you can release it, so that you can get your true healing and walk in the victory, walk in the success that is yours. Okay? So listen, your girl just wants to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I am so thankful and grateful and appreciative of you taking time to listen to this message. I hope I've said something to encourage you, to let you know that no matter what comes up against you, you are going to be okay. It's going to work out for you. So listen, if I said anything to encourage you, give your girl a thumbs up by clicking the like button. And if there is someone that needs this message of hope, please share it as well. If you're not a part of my Imperfectionist family, I invite you to click the subscribe button to become a part. And before I wrap the session up, I don't know if you've heard, but it had to happen. The book by yours truly is on its way. I am working on getting the pre-ordering link for the release, so be on the lookout. And the title again is It Had to Happen. And what I want you to do is release the past and step into your power. So be on the lookout and for more information about that. So listen, until the next time, be true to you. Speak your words of healing, encouragement for others, listen to others, be present, and just live your best life. That's what this is about. Living your best life. Forget all the stigma, all the things of the past. We are in a new day, and I want you to walk in the newness of life. All right? Until the next time, I want you to continue to be blessed, be empowered, and I want you to have an amazing day.